pitch. No, by the second tenor. Why you do that? That was lovely. That was really good. That was lovely. Well, I haven't conducted in a while. And this, you know, I guess sea shanties are probably divided. Well, there's three kinds. One, you know, one the kind of rough 'em up kinds. What shall we do with the drunken sailor, which is kind of, you know, fun and rambling. Then there's the very sentimental kind, which is probably the ones that they sang the most because they were off at sea. And we're talking about sailing ships where they're out for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and didn't get home for 6 months, you know. And so I think this kind of a shanty is probably the one kind of ones they sang mostly. And then, of course, there's the heave-ho kind of thing. But this is particularly lovely, and I don't know who will sing this. We'll alternate the solos. Eric sing it first, and then Larry sing it next.
I'll be here tonight.
I know you won't, but sing it now just so we get to hear the tune. Ed. Go Ed. Okay, I've forgotten who sang it on tour. Rick did. I didn't know. I don't remember. Now, the other thing that you undoubtedly have forgotten is the humming choruses. And there's been this, Vaughan Williams is wrong. You don't sing it with closed lips. You sing it with your, as if you're anticipating a beautiful kiss. With your lips. So it's a sound. It's not a sound. Because other than doesn't really project. All right, we'll take it with a little in. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Total La Pumpa. Next page. I think it's time for a break. It's time for a break where you get to go to the bathroom, you older fellows. Okay, guys, come on. Boy, you old guys are sure sluggish. The old days. Not like the old days, boy. I've lost my whip. While you were singing and so forth, and things that were going through my mind. I was thinking that Gene Clements, second row here in the second tenors, was in the Glee Club before you, several years before, and not on the Glee Club tour. But when he saw the notice in the Cal Monthly that we were having this reunion, he just had to come. And too bad more didn't feel that way, even though they couldn't have sung, didn't know our music. In any case, I'll never forget one experience. We were singing the Dirge for Two Veterans by Gustav Holst, which is a very moving piece. It's normally accompanied by a couple of two or three brass instruments, and it's the two veterans, father and son, who died in the war, and it's sort of a dirge for those two, father and son who died together, and it's very sorrowful. Well, we were singing this on our mid-semester tour, the round one around the state where you sat in Bob Boysen's bus forever. So we went, and one of the managers had the clever idea of using the stage lighting, whatever we could find, and changing the lighting thing. And there were just 2 or 3 settings in this particular high school, and we were singing that. He turned on the reds, I guess it was, that took all the blue out of your shirts, and it cast this ghastly pallor. Well, it sounds funny now, but I tell you, it was, to me, looking at those young faces who were the same age as the men whom I knew in the war that died, it just tore me up. And I could hardly get through the performance. I don't know if anyone in the Glee Club realized that I was out of contention. I mean, I was gone. Normally, you don't get out, you know, get outside yourself or get into yourself. You're still in the music, but that was one time when it did, and there were other times. Yes, Eric?
Can I say something?
Say anything you want.
No, I know.
Then
Listen,
keep it on.
I won't be here tonight, because I sing for a living, and that's what Flying Dutchman's about tonight. But, when he was saying something about that bus, you have to remember when Dodge Wallace used to drive this bus. And going down this road around Santa Barbara, it was raining, and the bus went into a four-wheel glide across the highway, and Bob said, come on, Dodge, I think I'll take over.
What did I say?
The
Yeah,
driver,
I said,
the driver said, Dodge, I think I'll take over now.
Yeah, right.
But just from this, Doug and I were going back and forth on the email. I'm going to email all you guys just about what I'm doing, but I think it's a horrible thing that the University of California Glee Club has no records of who was in this Glee Club, when, and how to get a hold of them today. As sort of a professional fundraiser, I can tell you that we are a gold mine, and the fact that they have lost this gold mine is just ridiculous. And you know, it's basically because they're musicians. Musicians have no idea or care about money. They think it's just going to come, and so the conductors come in here and they take over the music department of the ASUC, and they keep no records of who was when or why, or who cares, you know, or even any idea of carrying forward any continuity. I've been through it, but if there was any group that could just sort of start building this database again, just through, as Doug said, forcing the university to include in their online newsletters. I get the Haas letters, I get all the damn letters, but if they could just keep pumping for people to recontact, come back, and hook into the ASUC music system, then there'd be some financial benefit to the whole thing. It's just, it is well, a marching band, those guys, I'm sure they're organized.
They've kept their records. The Cal band
those are the guys who
they're locked in.
For 3 years after they graduated. I mean, we know those guys.
Yeah. Tom Brewster, the Global Rooster, he's the fellow who has done all the internet work and designed that beautiful program we're having tonight, and took care of the show you're going to see, and he has an announcement.
I've made enough DVD copies for all of us, plus a few more, so I want to be sure everyone here tonight has their own copy. Starting with you two.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Isn't that beautiful? Oh, my Lord.
Just pass it around.